Hello, I'm Gino. Welcome to Dazzle TV. I'm sending my prayers out to the people affected by Hurricane Helene. I've been watching the news and I know it's affecting a lot of people in Florida and that part of the United States. My friend, Sergeant USA, he lives in Florida. I hope you're doing okay, brother. Stay safe. Today, my topic is going to be living below your means. I have learned the best way to have a healthy relationship with money is spend less than what you make. The minute you spend more than what you make, you are setting yourself for financial trouble. My goal when I retired in the Philippines in 2011 was to spend less than my military pension. It was important for me to save money even in retirement. When I arrived in Boracay Island in 2011, my monthly budget in the Philippines was $800. My first 3 years in the Philippines, I did not own a vehicle or a motorbike. All I had was a bicycle. I spent about $300 for that bicycle that I bought used in Boracay Island. That saved me a lot of money my first 3 years here because I didn't have to worry about vehicle registration, vehicle maintenance, and vehicle insurance. And I got around everywhere in Boracay, and then when I moved to Calibo on my bicycle, it was a nice way for me to save money because I was single. It wasn't like I needed a vehicle to drive around in a clan. I was fine with riding public transportation when I traveled the Philippines. I rode the ferries in the Philippines. I went island hopping on ferries. And I even traveled in Southeast Asia while I was in Boracay Island. Because I met people. I met expats in Boracay and they would always invite me, hey, let's go to Thailand or let's go to Hong Kong. So I was like, hey, I was single, so I said, well, why not? Another thing that really saved me money when I lived in Boracay Island, my first 18 months here, was I just ate at the local Carinderia in Boracay. I rarely actually cooked when I was in Boracay. I had my oatmeal and my cereal for breakfast. That was kind of like my meal. But for lunch, there was this restaurant, Carinderia, on Front Beach, close to where I live. And it was called Micaela. And I would get my lunch there every day. And it would cost me like $1 for my lunch. And when I get my lunch, I sit on the beach and eat my lunch because they used to have tables where you can dine on the beach. I thought that was the coolest thing. I remember every time I ate my lunch, how lucky I felt because here I was in one of the best beaches in the world eating my lunch for $1. I just feel that if you live below your means, it gives you financial stability. You don't feel stressed with money because you know that every month you are putting away some money. The three biggest expenses that you'll face here in the Philippines are housing, food, and transportation. And your housing, your transportation, your food will just depend on your monthly income, the amount of money that you bring in here in the Philippines. For Dazzle, Leanna, and I, we don't need a big house. That's why we have our tiny home. And it fits us well because the monthly mortgage on this house is only $200 a month. And we only have just a little bit over 7 years left to pay on the house. So for the next 7 years, I can pretty much count on $200 on the mortgage, which is nice because it's easy to budget when you have a fixed amount for housing. Our food budget doesn't really change much because we pretty much eat the same food, and cost of food here in Aklan province is just low because we're a province. A lot of our fruits and vegetables come from local farmers here. And seafood, most of Aklan province is coastal. So any seafood here is always cheap. And transportation, that's why Dazzle and I, we prioritize saving money in order to purchase our new car at the time. It's a 2019 Toyota Wigo. And it's been a great car because we've had no issues, no mechanical issues with it. And we paid cash for it. It's nice that we don't have any car payment. Same thing with our tricycle, Bumblebee. We saved the money and paid cash for it. I just don't like having payments for vehicles and motorbikes. Dazzle and I, we've been married now for 8 years. And from the start of our marriage, we've been able to save a portion of my military pension every month. That's why we work so hard to stay on our $1,000 a month budget, because we know if we stay on our budget, we get to save money. And it's given us financial stability here. We don't really stress over money. One of the things I like about Dazzle is a province girl. She didn't grow up with the conveniences and luxuries of city girls here. She appreciates everything, appreciates the little things. Even when Dazzle and I started dating when we were in college, we would ride the tricycles on our date. We would eat at Carinderia. One of our favorite places to eat was called RML Manukan in Kalibo. And RML Manukan is kind of like a chicken barbecue place. And Dazzle liked going there because she liked fresh coconut. They would chop up that coconut, put a straw, and you can drink the coconut water. And then after you drink it, they'll chop it so you can eat the coconut. I knew quickly that Dazzle and I would get along. There's a Tagalog word. It's maarte. Maarte is kind of like picky. Someone that is picky. And Dazzle doesn't have that in her. She is not picky at all. She's not afraid to get her hands dirty. As you can see when she goes fishing, she'll go fish, she'll gut the fish, clean the fish, cook the fish. I like that about Dazzle. By living below our means, I've always been able to maintain an emergency fund. I keep $6,000 as an emergency fund. My medical insurance here in the Philippines is TRICARE. I'm retired United States Air Force, so we can use our TRICARE medical insurance in the Philippines. With Dazzle and I's medical care here in the Philippines, we pay 25% copay and TRICARE pays 75% of our medical care. But what helps us budget for a big emergency, a big medical emergency, is we have a $4,000 catastrophic cap. Once I reach the $4,000 cap of copays, TRICARE starts paying 100% of my medical care and Dazzle's medical care here in the Philippines. And our premiums for our TRICARE medical insurance, it costs us between $300 and $400 a year. Our TRICARE insurance really came in handy last year when I had to go through my cancer treatments, because the chemo and radiation treatments in Iloilo City, they are not cheap. It gave me peace of mind that I had medical insurance. I could focus on my treatments alone. And with our emergency fund that we even had, besides, because we had $6,000, we had budgeted for medical about $4,000. We still had an extra $2,000, which we used because we lived in Iloilo City for 4 months during my medical treatments. That was the cost of housing. We had gotten a condominium by the Esplanade, close to the medical facilities that I had my treatments at. That is why Dazzle and I were really focused every month on staying on our $1,000 a month budget, because we're able to put away money to fund our emergency fund, to fund for future projects. Like Dazzle wants to build a tiny house in her land that we bought in Katiklan. And also the land that we bought in Katiklan. We've been able to buy land there and pay cash because we live below our means. In my opinion, there are just so many benefits with living below your means. Some people say that when you're living below your means, that you're cheap or you're not really living. I just don't feel that way. Because as you can see on our videos, Dazzle, Leanna, and I, we have fun without spending a lot of money. Even our trips to Boracay don't cost us a lot of money. And we've just found ways to have fun, like fishing, going to the beach, our afternoon trips to our town plaza here. That's one of our favorite things to do. Even just walking our dogs at sunset. You know, for us, that is fun. By living below our means, we need less things. The less we need, the less stress we have in our life. We have learned that mental and physical health is more valuable than money. We do not have a goal of being rich. Our goal is to be financially stable. In my opinion, it is a more attainable goal. Living below our means allows us to live a stress-free life. Thank you for your continued support of our channel. Dazzle, Leanna, and I, we truly appreciate your support. Take care, everyone.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you in our next video.